ever wondered why you can be strong, capable, and successful in so many areas of your life, and yet relationships still feel confusing or painful? Many strong women quietly ask themselves this question. On the outside, you may be capable, accomplished, responsible, and respected. You've worked hard, you've created success, people rely on you. And yet, when it comes to relationships, there may still be moments of confusion, disappointment, or even heartbreak. Moments where you find yourself wondering, why does this part of my life feel so hard? Hello, beautiful soul. My name is Judy K. Katz, and for over 30 years, I've guided strong, high-achieving women on the path of emotional healing and spiritual transformation. And I've walked this road myself. I remember a moment in my own life when this question about relationships being so hard became painfully real. At the time, I believed I had reached the pinnacle of success. I had built a business that it grew far beyond what I ever imagined. I was truly enjoying a lifestyle that reflected the fruits of all that success. From the outside, it just looked like I had it all together. And then I experienced yet another significant relationship betrayal. It crushed me. And honestly, it confused me. I remember sitting with that pain and asking myself, how can I be so successful in business and so unsuccessful in relationship? That question became a much deeper discovery for me. What I eventually realized is that the very same identity patterns that drive success in one area of life can quietly, greatly make life difficult in other areas. Achievement can sometimes become a way of trying to prove our worth, protecting a deeper belief that somehow we're just not good enough. Not because we're weak or broken, but because these patterns that were formed earlier in our life were just attempts for us to try to feel safe and valued and accepted. In my work, I say these patterns came from our subconscious survival identity. It's the part of us that learned how to succeed, learned how to perform and to achieve, oftentimes using our greatest strengths and talents. And at times, we might have also learned that it was best to please others over ourselves and just stay invisible. Either way, this was all intended to feel worthy and safe and secure. See, the challenge is that while these patterns can create success in the external world, they can also create a lot of pressure and conflict or confusion in our relationships and in our emotional lives. You might notice things like you feel pressure always to perform and to achieve. Maybe you're being very hard on yourself when something goes wrong. You have difficulty receiving appreciation or support. Or maybe you don't feel like you're getting enough appreciation or you're not being valued by others. Or feeling frustrated in relationships, even when you know you're doing your best. You're feeling misunderstood or ignored, or perhaps people close to you just don't take your suggestions well. Well, if any of this feels familiar, you're certainly not alone. The good news is that once we begin to understand the identity patterns that are shaping our reactions, and they're actually influencing our outcomes, something really powerful becomes possible. We can begin to transform them, not through force of will, however, or by self-criticism, but through awareness and understanding and acceptance. So if this message resonates with you, there are a few ways that you can continue exploring this work. On this channel, I have an identity transformation series where we go much deeper into understanding these patterns and discovering the process and how they begin to change. And I also offer a free guide that's called The Roadmap to Freedom, which walks you through this discovery process of recognizing these identity patterns in your own life. We can't change what we don't recognize, right? And if you want to explore this work even more deeply, my book, Beyond Your Shadows of Doubt, shares the full journey and the process that I used to transform these patterns in my own life. And I've also created a free meditation that you can access, Connecting with Spirit, right out of a chapter in my book. So you'll find all the links to these resources in the description below. So if you've ever wondered why success in the outer world doesn't always bring peace to your inner world, you're in the right place at the right time, because understanding the patterns that shaped us in our earliest years, rather than avoiding them or not even being aware of them in the first place, is a first step toward being free of them. So I really am so glad that you're here. And remember, you're a spiritual being having a human experience, and indeed a treasure to behold. So please join me on this life-changing journey. Thank you, and bye for now.